Intriguing aircraft in the hands of also another well-known pilot on the display circuit in UK, in the hands of Rolf Moom, part of the Norwegian Air Force Historical Squadron. And just a little correction on there, nothing like these guys jumping in and out of each other's aircraft. Happens to me every weekend. In fact, an equally familiar gentleman is flying this aircraft today, Martin Tintin Tesley, and a great character he is as well, and a tremendous supporter of the British air displays. You may well ask why this is coming from that collection. Well, it's all to do, of course, with the work that they do and their relationship with their neighbours in many respects. Neighbours, of course, in Norway being an interesting border with what was the Soviet Union. Reason for them being, and for some time now, they've been flying this aircraft in conjunction with a MiG-15, one of the world's most heavily produced and famous swept-wing fighters of all time, demonstrating elements of these aircraft flying in what was known as MiG Alley in Korea. The Norwegian Air Force Historical Squadron itself, a non-profit organisation dedicated to keeping unique aircraft where they belong, which of course is in the air, displaying these aircraft whenever they get a chance at public air shows, and as I mentioned, tremendous supporters of coming to Britain and the British air displays as well. They were founded in 2008, so they're based at Riga Air Base in Norway, led by another equally well-known big bear of a man called Kenneth Arkvila. And their aims being to preserve ex-military historical aircraft in such a condition as you see here today, and to display them in unique ways around Europe. At the same time, of course, is giving you some background and education into these aircraft. As well as this aircraft and the MiG-15, they also have two Vampires as well, for which they got an award last year for painting those aircraft to celebrate the RAF 100, which we all enjoyed. The T-33 fitted with a Rolls-Royce Neen engine, very similar to the adversary, which was in Korea at the time, and indeed across the border from Norway, the MiG-15. And that's because the Russians bought 40 of these engines, and instead of legally acquiring the rights to license produce them, they reverse engineered the Neen and developed their own very, very similar engine called a Klimov. But back into the jets that you're looking at now, it's in the hands of Martin Tintin Tesley, an experienced display pilot, one of the top Royal Norwegian Air Force fighter pilots, served for many years with 338 Tiger Squadron, located up in the northwest of Trondheim. Joined the Norwegian Air Force in 1994, went through his flight training across in the USA at Shepherd Air Force Base, but also attended various academies and courses here in UK as well. He's a fighter weapons instructor, trainer, having graduated from the Dutch school at Leeuwarden. He's a real international aviator. This is extraordinary, and he's taken part in operations in Serbia, Afghanistan and Libya, and is now a lieutenant colonel. Is one of Norway's first F-35 pilots. He now now has the pleasure of commanding one of the squadrons of Norwegian F-35s and recently based at Luke Air Force Base in the US, but joined the Norwegian Air Force Historical Squadron back in 2010 as he has an equal passion for historical aircraft as well as modern ones as well. He acquired this Canadair T-33 in 2012 from the US and got display qualified on it, and also in his part-time works over in Norway as a commentator as well, having logged as I say, well in excess of 3,000 flight hours just in the F-16 and more than 4,000 altogether, and now currently one of Norway's more experienced F-35 pilots, so a real talent in this historic aircraft as well. Very sadly, Martin calling for his last pass already, and it would be great just to have another 5 minutes to talk more about this unique aircraft as well. Very classic design. Used not just, although clearly an advanced trainer, used for other tasks such as drone directors and target towing as well. And in use by other aircraft, fitted with 2 machine guns, and the T-33 was even used in the Bay of Pigs invasion by the Cuban Air Force, scoring several kills as well. So a pretty flexible aircraft, also fitted with the cameras, but they're giving a lovely topside pass. Martin Tintin Tesley in the T-33.